one. Hello. How's it going?
Greetings, humans. I am also a human. Not sure why I said that. My name is Corazon de Baena, the pirate rogue legend of legend.
Yeah.
Yes, and perhaps you have heard of my companions, the Oxventure Guild. Here is one of them. Please say
Egbert,
you are.
the Dragonborn Paladin, on a search for atonement that took a fairly major hiccup fairly recently. So there you go.
Well, when you bashed that old man.
I never intended to kill him. I'm just bad in a panic, all right?
Egbert's in atonement debt.
I'm
Negative
start
atonement.
working my way back up.
Atonement arrears.
Meanwhile, I am Prudence, the Tiefling Warlock, and I am on a quest for whatever the opposite of atonement is.
I think it's hitting an old man with a mace.
It's probably that thing that Egbert did. Yeah, that should have been me. Damn it. Hitting that old man. Anyway, enough about me. What about you guys? Talk about me now.
I'm actually Merylwen, the Wood Elf Druid, and I'm sometimes a cat, I'm sometimes a bear, and I'm sometimes an octopus, a giant one, specifically.
Very good.
And I'm Dob, the half-orc bard, and I'm sometimes here, sometimes there, always #love in life. You know me. Just out for a good time. Here for a good time, not a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Are you on something, Dob?
I'm just high on friendship, you know?
Just high on friendship and berries that I ate.
Friendship berries.
And
but I would really like to juice.
Wait, but who's
I
this?
am literally everyone else in the world.
Like 3 different accents.
Right, let's get this thing underway. We begin in a strange internet plane of existence. Now, we begin this adventure in a field.
Okay.
Perhaps you are finally having that picnic that
Never.
was ruined so long ago.
Guys, I brought the berries.
I brought the seal.
Give me
Berries for all.
the bogart.
Ah! Oh my god! It's the seal! Oh, it's so
Seal
round!
Gaiman.
Boom!
So
Seal for
round.
short. Like the
He looks
famous
furious.
bard who sang that great ditty, "Kiss from a Rose." You can just call him Seal now.
Oh, okay,
Seal's
seal.
fine.
Hey, seal. That you have that seal with you. Everything about this is appalling. I'm
He's
appalled.
happy. He keeps bombing at me. It's adorable. Bomb.
Oh, give me help on the seal. It's needed.
Anyway,
Hey, but would you beep seal against the
Okay.
webcam?
what's a webcam?
Good question.
And it's crying.
So, yeah, there is a seal looking absolutely livid in front of a little plate of picnic
Yeah.
eggs. And he sort of occasionally he'll like,
You're looking a little portly, mate.
Just
I
like-
think you might have had too much already.
he's not happy to give up his picnic eggs.
Maybe you should be curating those picnic eggs a little more carefully.
He sort of rolls onto its side and just flaps away at its his own side.
How do seals fare in not the
Oh,
water?
fine.
Not
I'm a
well.
little spritzer. I just spritz him every so often.
Okay, just spritzing him down.
He's occasionally will nuzzle Egbert and demand to be spritzed.
Same. I also do that.
I give Dom a spritz.
Prudence, you notice that there is a sort of low, excited growling coming from the darkness. And the darkness is looking way off into the distance. And as you look, you see over the hill, there is a figure on the horizon sprinting towards you. They are absolutely running hell for leather.
Oh, right.
It takes them, to be honest, everyone's sort of idly watching this, occasionally eating a grape or having a drink or whatever, because it takes them about 10 minutes to run all the way to.
It's a big field.
It is a big
flat
old field. You can see for miles.
Okay.
But eventually they turn up and sort of take a moment to catch their breath, because as they sort of come closer, you notice that they are in paladin garb.
My guy!
Oh, everyone, they're gonna hit us. Gonna hit us with a mace. Turn us into a seal. Be careful.
But I'm not. excuse me. I'm not going to hit you with a mace.
Good.
They're kind of they are quite short and very sort of lithe. They have a very trim figure, sort of short cut hair that sort of is splaying off in all sorts of different directions. They are human, P.S. And they say, "Oh, sorry. Noticed was sort of just coming over the hill. I noticed one of you's a paladin, right?" They
Well, in the
This
loosest sense.
guy.
Paladin.
How can I help,
Okay.
fellow paladin?
Paladin.
Oh, hello. My name's Max. I am a global paladin order mounted paladin inspector.
Okay. Have I done something wrong?
No, it's fine.
That's what you think.
Run,
As far as you know, I haven't done
Global-
anything wrong, Max.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's fine. My job as a global paladin order mounted paladin inspector is to ride around the land. I'm taking a
So
paladin
are you
census.
inspecting mounted paladins, or are you a mounted paladin inspector?
Oh, I'm a mounted paladin inspector.
Where's your
Right.
mount? Where's your mount, my paladin
Oh.
friend?
Oh no, I'm an off-steed inspector.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
So early into the session.
Oh.
But anyway,
End
Walked-
call.
Walked straight into that one.
Just wait while I
Sorry.
pull my internet cable out of the wall.
but sorry. Anyway, they
No
reach in,
emojis.
they
Sorry.
reach into a satchel, and they say, "Sorry, what is your name?" Pulling out a very large scroll.
It's
Don't
Don't
lie.
panic, but
Don't tell me.
it's Egbert the Careless. Sorry.
Egbert the Careless. Egbert the Careless. E
That's
E
called
E E E E E E E E E E E. Egbert, there you are. They scroll to the bit and say, we have you down here as belonging to the Dragon Door. Is that still correct?
No, my details have changed. I meant to send the form off, but things got in the way.
Ah.
Yeah.
How long ago did you make this
Gosh,
change?
I would say maybe a year now. A bit longer, maybe.
Ah.
They shouldn't
Okay.
be holding on to that information,
Do
Egbert.
you think I've got a GDPR claim or something?
I think so. Where there's blame, there's a claim.
They roll the scroll back up and put it back in the
Okay.
satchel, and instead bring out a notebook. It's actually a wax tablet for taking quick notes in the field, while not on horseback. They say, to what order do you now belong?
Lavash Mauve.
Oh,
Purple
Lavash
Shycow,
Mauve.
yeah.
Oh, don't see many of those around.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's just me at the moment.
They have a quick look at the scroll. They're like, "Yeah, no, you're right. Well, okay. This is unfortunate, Egbert, but because you've left it more than a year without sending off the form, you're going to have to take the trials
Oh
again.
no! Oh no!
This
I already
is,
failed
is
like 5
very...
times. I got
You know what we
Maybe
I
got?
got
Yes,
16 minors
Look
on my
the bright
first
side,
test,
Maybe one of
the
trials is assaulting elderly men who haven't done anything. You'll ace it.
No, that's. Am I missing something?
No,
No,
not
no.
at all.
No.
Little gag we.
Okay. So the trials, you'll remember, Egbert, is something every paladin has to
Yes.
go through, and it is a series of tests that take place in basically a permanent tourney ground that's set up in Geth, and it's quite tedious. Like, as you say, you had a bit of a time passing them the first time round, but you aced them once, and since then you've done a lot of adventuring, some of it with questionable outcomes. But you reckon this will be a doddle? It's fine.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Is it far from here, these tourney grounds? I'm completely lost.
No, it should be about 2 days walk,
Okay.
I think. So prepare yourself. You may bring your companions along, but as you'll remember, taking the paladin trials and making sure you're up to snuff. These are trials for you and you alone, Egbert, and absolutely nobody is to secretly help them in creative ways without trying to be
Okay.
caught.
You hear
I
that,
disguise myself as Egbert.
That's something we're really cracking down on at the
Okay.
minute, actually. So and basically, I'm gonna have to put through the paperwork here. So if anyone were to try
Right.
something, just try really hard not to get caught, please, because if I'm noted down as bringing in somebody with a squad of charismatic cheat friends, that might reflect badly.
Oh, it's fine.
on
They're
me.
not charismatic.
And what is your name, Inspector?
My name?
Yes,
My name's Max Williams.
Max, of course. That's all I needed to get emotionally invested in you not getting in trouble. Thank you, Max.
Aw.
That's very kind.
Sweet,
it
Max.
is-
Egbert,
Yes.
Egbert, what happens if you don't do the trials?
You have to wait like
Lose your
you have to
paladin
wait
life.
6 months and do it again.
Well,
It's a pretty low stakes adventure, Egbert.
that's not as life or death as I thought it might
Yeah.
be.
Well, I mean,
Sidebar, charismatic cheat friends is what I wanted to call our gang originally.
It's not too late, Corazon. We can still rebrand as the
Yeah.
charismatic cheat friends.
But this is great, Egbert. You heard
Yep.
the paladin. They were saying that all you need to do is trials, and we can help you with our secret magic
is Max
powers.
still here?
Yeah, do you need like a ramp? Is there
Max
one
is
where
still
you have to
here.
like go off a ramp?
I don't know if I need to go off a ramp. I can't remember. They might have changed the test since I last took it. It's been a while.
It used to have a.
Max is still there. They are petting the seal and just feeding
Oh,
said seal a
The
the
stream
seal's
of
loving
picnic
it.
eggs.
Bomb.
All right. Well, I guess the picnic's over. What do you say we head over to these tourney grounds and get you
Yeah,
signed up?
sooner the better,
for the
really, to be
trial,
honest. Need to get
Alright,
my membership benefits again.
Sorry.
What do those include? Get
Like
access to the squash
pamphlets
court.
mainly pamphlets. Quarterly pamphlets.
Cool.
All the
Okay.
pamphlets
Yeah.
you can eat.
That reminds me, do you need fresh pamphlets for the trials, or do you have a
Oh,
stock
I've
of
got
your own?
loads. I've got loads. I've been killing time.
Okay,
making
great.
them. All handmade, crayoned by Egbert.
Oh, that's adorable. They hand you a map to the tourney grounds and also an official letter
Cool.
of summons.
Okay.
Say, fill that out. I'm going to try and round up a few more, and
Great.
I'll see you there.
See you later, Max.
Okay. Bye, Max.
Thanks,
It's nice
Max.
Cheers,
to
Max.
meet you.
They
Bye,
take off at a
Max.
sprint again. Like,
Wow.
this
really
really
like
is a
running.
very big field. It takes them 20 minutes to disappear from view.
Max has got that core strength.
Look at that paladin
Yep.
go.
They'll sleep well tonight.
Whoa! Says the seal. All right, so
Stress. All
Well,
right.
what were your trials like last time, Egbert?
Yeah, do
Oh,
you remember?
Do you remember?
Well, vaguely, yeah.
Was there a swimsuit?
No, no
portion?
swimsuit portion. I had to parallel park a carriage. I had to fill in a multiple choice question about lesser deities, which is where I found out about Lavash Mauve. Let me tell you, the lessest of lesser deities. Yeah, just little bits like that. There's a bit of combat in there. There's some
Okay.
bits and bobs, you know.
Yeah. Well, Max mentioned a tourney
Yes.
ground, so maybe like jousting
Yeah,
or
maybe.
some sort of
Yeah.
armed combat.
Chivalry? Some kind of chivalry?
Ah,
I know all about
Watercolour.
chivalry.
Watercolor
You've got
painting.
you've got to not like money. You've got to fall in love with people, but never go near them, and then die of
Yeah.
nobleness.
I mean, that stuff's optional, surely.
Well,
Egbert,
I don't know.
Egbert, can I ask, like, generally, how difficult are the trials?
I mean, it's possible to fail
Like-
them, definitely. Depends who you talk to. Some people breeze
Okay.
through them, some people...
What's the pass rate as a percentage?
Oh, I don't
like,
think
roughly?
they reveal it. I think they like to keep those numbers to themselves. But I would say probably... I would say it's 50-50 pretty much as you go in. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay,
Alright.
Egbert, I only have
Go
one
on.
more question. Do you have truth and love in your heart?
Yes, somewhere.
Then you'll be fine,
Okay,
Egbert.
cool. If I can't believe in myself, I can at least believe in you guys cheating to help me.
Yeah.
Without my knowledge,
We will
That's
get
us.
truth and love in our hearts, probably, I expect.
charismatic cheat friends.
Charismatic cheat friends.
I'm in it for the cheating. I'm in it
Yeah.
entirely for dishonesty.
Yeah, I'm going to fully
That's how
try
I'm
Wizard
at.
Cup this thing.
And if you need, like, extra lift or distance, I can build you a ramp.
that would
ramp
be
over?
definitely appreciated, regardless of whether we use it.
Right,
or
I
need
start
help.
building a ramp.
If you need help with the written portion of the test, I can
That's
write.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. Literacy rates being as low as they are here in Guess.
Cool.
Yeah,
Should
fair.
we strike
All
it?
right,
Right.
so yeah,
Let's go. How many picnic eggs are
Oh,
left?
they seal ate them all.
none.
None.
They are all in this inside the seal, which you notice has got managed where you've been talking to get about 100 meters away.
Get back here.
Because he's kind of just like he's
Little
hopping.
scamp.
Oh, no,
After
you
Max.
don't, Steel Gaiman.
Stop
I've got him.
Nice try.
I tuck him under my arm like a rugby ball and start charging off into the distance.
Okay.
Oh, flipping it then.
I guess let's follow Egbert.
So yeah, it's a 2-day walk. At a jolly paladin trot, it's you can sort of be there in a day. If anyone has any sort of business they want to attend to on the way, whether you want to sort of gather any supplies or something, say now, or we can skip straight to.
Do you need supplies for your trials? Do you need incense sticks?
Like you said, it's been so long. I
water?
wouldn't know. So as long as we've got enough food.
Can we get some communion wine? Can I have some communion wine?
There may be communion wine provided. Does Dob have enough berries that he's not going to be on a massive come down when we get there?
All the berries. Dob has eaten. Dob has come down off the berry high, and has no memory of what happened for the last few days.
Okay. Does he know about the seal?
But just has.
No, there's a seal here.
But just has this feeling that we're going to need a ramp. So as we go, I construct a sort of fold-down wooden ramp that I can kind of like stow under my arm. It's quite sort of portable. It's like the size of a deck chair, but it folds out into a sizable ramp.
Cool.
Okay. All right. Let's roll to see how well you make it.
Okay.
What shall we call this? How about
ramp check?
Ramp check. It's a dexterity check, I think.
Okay.
Don't hammer any nails into your
So you should be
fingers
fine.
or anything.
Yeah.
Well, that is a that's an 11.
Okay. Yeah, it's not your best work. You were making it while moving in a jolly paladin trot, so
yeah, and coming down off the berries.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.
You feel like given a bit more time and like a slower travel speed, you could have made something better, but you think it'll probably hold up.
It'll last for one great jump.
Yeah.
Nice.
There we
Nice.
go. Yes, that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. Does anyone want anything else before we get to the toy grounds?
I'd like to replenish my mystical supplies, so I've got a fresh stack of spell materials.
Same. I'm gonna have a rummage around some clearings and find all the various bits and bobs that I need for my spells.
Great.
Are there any shops on the way that sell sort of religious artifacts or like souvenirs, like little light up plaster models of Lavash Mauve or anything like that?
Snow globe.
Tell you what, yeah. As you are moving along the road, you see somebody with a big pack on their back. They're sort of like a traveling peddler.
Mhm.
Who turns and goes, would you like to sample from my wares?
Yeah, what do you got? This stuff looks great.
Oh, I've got everything. Are you on your way to the paladin trials?
Yeah.
Yes, we are. Was it the guy with the paladin outfit?
It's the trotting. It's unmistakable.
Sure. The famous paladin trot.
Well, I've got everything a young paladin hopeful might need. Water in a bottle.
Love it.
I've got a mace. What are you looking for? It's probably quicker.
How much for the water? I've only got 50 gold.
Yeah, there. Okay.
Dub.
Please hydrated. Dog needs hydration.
Give me one of everything, and I'm just gonna have a little bag of assorted religious paraphernalia I can dump on someone's head if we get into trouble. Yeah.
One of everything.
Yeah, the royal sample. Give me the royal sampler.
He just takes off his pack and goes, well,
Cool.
that's one of everything.
All right, great.
Corazon, pay the man. Let's go.
All right, here's how much is that? What do you reckon? What's fair?
We won't go a penny over 70.
It's a dog.
51 gold piece.
All right, 51 gold pieces. Dob, give him 51 gold pieces.
It's your goal.
Right, I give him 51 gold pieces plus tip, which comes up to 70.
All right, guys, we've got a big bag of religious iconography that we can throw.
Oh, you can cheer me on from the stands. Are there any foam? Are there
Yeah,
any
this
foam
might come
fingers?
in
in
yeah.
there?
Yeah, there's like a big foam
What
cow
about an air
hoof,
horn?
and it's purple.
Like
Yeah,
a big
there's
banner that
yeah.
reads Egbert. Like,
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Oh,
Right.
I have some. There's something I need actually. Do you all remember that a couple of adventures ago I melted my sword and then completely forgot?
I had also forgotten, but I'm prepared to believe you.
Well,
Yeah.
I remembered in the meantime in the berry haze. So this guy probably doesn't sell swords, but I want to just pick up like something on the roadside that is sort of
A
pointy,
stick.
and that'll be my new sword.
Stick.
As you
Pointy
go.
stick.
You have
Pointy stick.
a pointy stick, yes.
All right.
But it's
I pick up a
flexible,
pointy
so it's
stick.
still a finesse weapon.
Right.
Yes.
It's a birch.
It's like willow. Yeah, birch. There we go.
Nice.
Yep.
All right.
Um, yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Great. In that case, you carry on trotting down the road, and you pass a night sort of sleeping by the roadside. Although, Egbert, it's a fitful night's sleep for you, partly because you're worried about the trials, partly because Seal Gaming keeps trying to escape.
I got him. I'm going to use him as a
wake
pillow
up-
so he can't get anywhere.
Okay. You get up and you make your way to the tourney grounds, which sort of, as you come over the crest of a hill, sort of spread out beneath you. It is a bustling, like, medieval fair, basically. It looks. You think you're going to have some fun here. Like, all of the tents are really brightly coloured. There are streamers. There are hot food sellers sort of hawking their wares. There's a jaunty band playing some music, and there are lots and lots of people in paladin armour sort of just milling around.
Okay, so Egbert,
I
what's
want to
the...
candy floss first.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's
floss
go
right,
get
first
the candy
of
floss
all.
first. Is there a Ferris wheel?
Yes.
I'm going to go for a ride on the...
How was I ever going
I'm
to say
gonna
no
go for
to
a ride
that?
on the Ferris wheel.
Okay.
While you meditate on your trials to come.
On a Ferris wheel.
In fact, yeah, the
Well,
Ferris
Egbert,
wheel.
right, on the
Carry
Ferris wheel, I'm going to look around for... Is there like a registration desk or something?
Yes.
There is.
Is there a
well,
hooker duck?
Yes.
I would like to hook a duck.
It's hooker. It's hook a hook a displacer beast.
It's fl-
Oh yeah.
So you kind of they've got all the tentacles coming out of their backs, and you have to try and catch the tentacles.
All right. I would like to try my skill at that, please.
Okay, that's a dex sleight of hand check. Egbert, while this is going on, you go into the Ferris wheel, and actually, it seems like you're not the only one who's had the idea to go meditate on your trials in the Ferris wheel. All of the pods are actually made out to be little sort of cloistered cells, like monks or paladins
Nice.
would have. So they're kind of. This is an immensely heavy Ferris wheel. All of them are made out of stone, but it's calm in there. There is a candle, and in one of the pods, there are just some monks who are like, oh,
Gregorian chanting. I'm going
Yeah.
to I'm going
so
to ask Lavash Mauve for guidance in my trials. A bit of forewarned is forearmed, maybe, if that's allowed.
You
Okay.
mean you're going to stare into
Yeah,
the
I'll
sun?
peek
Yeah.
through the
course
slight
it's allowed.
the barred window for the cell. It makes it sound much more like
Mhm.
prison. I'll peep through the window and and stare into the sun and see if I can gain any divine guidance.
Sure. It takes a little while for anything to sort of. You're about to give up,
Because my eyes are hurting.
and
presumably.
a sort of and a sick feeling is starting to build in your stomach. You're like, oh, maybe I'm alone. And then the sun rotates and goes, "Moo."
Yay!
And the Vashmove appears and says, Egbert, you called to me,
Yes.
possibly doing severe damage to your retinas.
Okay. Yes.
How may I help?
I'm
you,
about to
my
go through my paladin trials again, because I let my membership lapse. I was wondering if you could give me any guidance as to what I'm about to face and any, tips, stuff I should be preparing.
Oh, Egbert. Oh, Egbert. The form you should have filled in was a B49.
Right.
Four.
Fair enough.
It's very simple.
Okay.
Oh, you mean advice for
No.
the
Yes.
trials?
Yes.
Hope you brought a ramp.
It's the trials today. I'm literally at the tourney grounds right now.
Oh, I see, yes. I wondered what all the noise was. Well, Egbert, know that I will be with you.
Great. Anything more
I've seen your
specific?
pamphlets. believe in yourself and your doctrine.
Okay.
Pamphlet like you've never pamphleted
Okay.
before.
Got it.
Try and acquire a ramp if
Wow.
you can.
That is quite the coincidence. You know, really, I had my reservations when Dob started constructing a ramp, but actually, yeah, we've got one already. We're perfect. We're sorted.
And one last piece of
Yes.
advice, Egbert. I notice you've changed your mace.
Yes. Was that a bad idea? Good.
No.
Good. I thought it sounded pretty cool as well.
There is nothing in the order that forbids the use of cursed
Okay,
weaponry.
good. I'm keeping an eye on it.
However, you must try to use it wisely.
All right. Okay.
Do not use it at every turn, Egbert, for sometimes it will make something of your, let's call it what it is, victim,
What?
that is worse than the thing you already
Right.
face.
Got it. Okay.
Ooh.
Use
there you
it
go. There it is.
only as a last
All right.
resort.
Okay. Got it. Fair enough.
Yeah, no cheesing the bosses with
No
it.
no cheesing with the mace. All right, thanks for the advice. I'm going to go out and get right on that pamphleting. I'm going to go and pamphlet literally everyone, whether they want to be pamphleted or not.
Could I make a suggestion? Wait until the wheel has come back
Got it.
round.
Got it.
Currently, you're about 60 foot in the
I
air.
close
Great
the
time to
door
pamphlet.
again with a foot hanging over the precipice.
You hear a
Sun
as
rose
the sun turns back into the sun.
Cool. Well, I feel better already.
Cool.
Okay,
Apart from my eyes, which
Yeah,
are
Johnny, my
how did your
Johnny,
check go?
my dex check was 15.
15. Wow. Okay. You have acquired a large cuddly toy of a minotaur.
Oh.
Ah,
It's a minotaur with an axe.
lovely.
Cool.
I love it.
And you see a child being like, "Oh," the dude at the stall's like, "You done well there on catching that displacer beast. Of course, this one's very popular, as you'll no doubt know from the trials."
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I give the sad child 10 gold.
Give it the Minotaur!
Child
No,
doesn't
We
want
might
cash.
need the
Think of all the
Minotaur.
minotaurs you can
The
buy with that
sad-
cash.
The sad child sprints toward basically the beer tent, which is a very large pavilion-like tent, and yells, "I'm gonna get wasted on gin!"
Yeah, go out.
Yes, you are, my boy. Yes, you are.
Is there a cash box at this carnival game?
A cash box?
Yeah, they like taking money from people, or is it free to play?
No, it costs 1 gold piece to most. Don't know how much Dob paid.
So
Why don't you ask?
While they're distracted with that, I'm going to see if I can get the money back out of the cash box.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a dex sleight of hand check, I guess.
Okay.
It will be opposed.
That is 16 plus 4 plus 3. It's 23.
Okay, right. Yeah, you've certainly beat my roll. Yeah, you managed to kind of like you've got like a little file, and underneath the cash box you drill a hole, and gold coins start to like tinker out.
Have those. Thank you. All right, good. Okay.
While Corazon is thieving, I wander up with a big balloon, or whatever the medieval equivalent is, and in one hand, and a candy floss in the other hand. So.
Amazing. It's a pig's bladder full of bees.
Guys!
On brand.
Wow.
I would say
brilliant.
on brand.
So,
Keep that away from the horns, I would say.
Whoa.
Yeah, great. Is anyone Marilyn, what are you up to?
I found like the stables where all the horses are, and I'm just making a fuss of all the horses.
Perfect. Yeah, they are. They actually could do with a little bit of comforting. They're slightly skittish, and from the sort of the stamping noises and the sort of like heavy breathing in the tent next door, you think that horses aren't the only creatures sort of at the tourney grounds. So the horses they calm actually once you sort of pat them on the nose and feed them an
Do you
apple
know
or
why
something.
I'm
I don't know.
obliviously pamphleting somewhere else and don't know any of this stuff?
Are you off the Ferris wheel now?
Yeah, I've come back round.
All right,
Oh.
Egbert, I found the registration desk if you want to go and sign up via...
Yeah, I guess I ought to. I
Trials.
guess not filling in forms was sort of the reason I'm in this mess. So yeah, I guess I'm going to go and register.
Okay, you go over to the registration desk. It's very, very long. There are lots of people sort of signing others up because it's a busy event. And there is a very tall young lady sort of there with her hair in sort of braids, sort of standing ready, well, sitting ready with a ledger in front of her. Goes, name?
Egbert the Careless.
Egbert the Careless. She cross-references it with a scroll and goes, "Oh, you didn't file your forms. That's, oh well, what a pity. Never mind. You've taken the trials once. You'll probably survive this time."
Fingers crossed.
And she sort of writes you in and goes, "Okay, you're in Group B. So your first event is the joust. If you could go to the jousting arena, and then you'll be sent on to future trials from there.
Okay,
Good luck."
Thank you. Okay, guys, I've got to go jousting first.
All right, Egbert. Jousting? Have you ever
Jousting?
jousted before? Are you any good at jousting?
I mean, I used to when I was practicing every day and night for the paladin trials, but I've not really had a lot of time to prepare this time.
All right, guys, we need to help Egbert out in this jousting trial.
Why don't we do a practice run now?
Yeah, let's see how you do. Just generally, let's get a horse and a
Okay, we
lance.
better head over to the stables
Yeah.
to get a horse because I'm gonna have to use a rental.
Or why don't we do a practice off horse? So Egbert, why don't you and I just run at each other?
With the stick.
Okay, well you've already got a stick, so I guess I'll go and get a stick. So
I think we should practice first without sticks.
Are there any novelty foam lances being sold as souvenirs?
Oh,
Like
there,
safety
yes.
dance.
all right, okay,
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's get a
a
couple
couple
of
of
those.
children's practice
Oh.
lances.
What is it?
Yeah. Yeah, let's buy a couple of those because I'm thinking sneak into the tournament, replace his opponent's lance
Ooh,
with a foam toy one.
I love it.
Egbert wins easy.
Prestidigitation. Prestidigitation it to make it look more realistic.
Yeah, look like a real lance.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that because
Okay.
I'm
Cool.
committed to doing this properly.
Yeah, we're
Alright,
all doing
you
this
see-
behind his
Oh,
back.
yeah,
You
yeah.
two have a practice. I'm gonna buy an extra foam lance in case
Okay,
you
well,
wanna
I'm
go
glad
and
you're getting
do
into
that
it,
back.
Corazon. I'm glad you're so excited about it all, and that you're really getting into the spirit of it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, this is exciting. I want you to pass the paladin trials. This is it's going to be hilarious.
Hilarious.
You're going to be like, ooh, the sky cow is real. It's going to be
What?
brilliant.
Ah. I saw the
Aw.
sky cow today.
Oh.
Yeah, oh, sure you
Oh,
did.
you did. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you stared at the
No,
sun. and then you
I
looked at
saw
the-
him too,
Yeah.
Egbert. I saw the sky
Yeah,
cow.
I saw a sky goat. It was good.
It was so.
Let's just do this
purple.
practice.
Yeah.
All right.
Have we got horses yet?
We don't
We're
need
just going to
horses.
do a
We're
practice
going to
at
be off
running.
horse for the moment. Okay.
The
Right.
horse. Merylwen, trust me, the horse is the easy bit.
You
Okay.
say that.
Egbert and Dob, please make me a strength athletics check.
Let me just have a look at my sheets. Hold on.
Corazon, do you want to make this interesting? Do you want to bet?
Hell yeah. Okay, what do you got?
Right.
What kind of action you got?
All right. 10 gold on Dom.
10 gold on Dob? I'll take a piece of that action.
I got
All right.
19 plus 4.
Ah!
What do you
And
got,
I've got a
Dob?
14 plus nothing.
Yeah! Hey up, Brune.
They charge at each other,
My God.
and at the last second, Egbert sticks out his proud paladin chest, and it just catches Dob under his center of gravity, and he goes woo, just flying off, and lands in the dust, and sort of slides back a couple of feet. It's like the wind has been knocked thoroughly out of you, Dob.
Bravo. You almost nearly hurt him.
That-
Well done.
Yeah, I feel much more confident now. I don't think we need another practice run. I think I've got natural talent.
That's encouraging, but what if we still cheated anyway? Because it would be cool
We're
and
not
fun.
cheating, all right? Look.
No.
Okay, well, you're not. Okay, you go off and prepare, and we'll
Yeah.
stay here.
All right, I'm going to go and get my horse.
Okay.
You guys just wait here and don't do any cheat planning, all right?
All
Or
right.
I'm gone.
Okay.
I'll come with you. I'll come with you.
Oh,
to
come
get
and
the
talk
horse.
to the horse.
Mer-
Yeah,
yeah, Mer-
Merylwen, if you could talk to the horse, though,
Merylwen.
and give it a pep talk, that'd be great.
You
Sorry,
could
you guys
persuade
don't
the
do
other
that.
horse to throw the match.
Again, no
Right,
cheating,
right,
you
the other
guys.
horse.
No cheating.
Oh no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
I'll
no
just
cheating,
I'll
don't
give
worry.
encouraging words
Yeah,
to
that's allowed.
Eggbertles.
And if
Egbert,
something
you
happens to
don't
be
stand
said in
over there, Adam.
horse language
Yeah.
that Egbert
You
can't
don't stand over there out
understand.
of earshot, and that's
All right.
that'll be good.
All right.
You
Meanwhile,
happen to drop
Prudence,
a horse
let's you and I.
bribe on
Yeah.
the ground and then look away, and the horse takes the horse bribe.
Yeah.
Cute.
Who's to say cheating happened?
Exactly.
Okay,
You
now that Egbert
plausible
has gone,
deniability.
Oh God! Don't give him inspiration for that.
we should
That's not allowed.
definitely, guys, we should
Sorry.
definitely swap the lance for a foam one, and prestidigitation it, because then we'll have the horse will be taken care of, the lance will be taken care of. There's no way you can lose.
Well, I tell you what, why don't we go find out who Egbert's opponent is, and then I can judge whether I want to root for the other guy or not.
All right,
Um,
fine.
Okay, so we will stick with team charismatic cheat friends.
Charismatic cheat friends.
Cheat friends.
So are you going to
Last
get a
enough
lance,
to
or are you just going straight to the tourney, to the jousting ground?
I've got a foam lance.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
taking a foam lance to the jousting ground.
Cool.
Yeah.
The foam lance came from the same place that sold Prudence her balloon. It is made of
Bees
tripe
also?
that has been moulded, boiled, and sort of coated with varnish. Because foam, it's hard to make, turns out. Yeah, it stinks. But yes,
so biological.
you make it to the jousting grounds. They look like normal jousting grounds.
It's all sandy. It's all sandy here. It's nice.
All sandy. Actually, the lanes are very, very wide.
Oh.
It's
So we should,
you
like,
could
look for
almost
some
run
lists
3
or
horses
something.
abreast down these.
It's like some
Okay.
kind of theme restaurant, but without the restaurant.
You can have inspiration for that one.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Delicious inspiration coin. Okay, we attempt to investigate
Mhm.
Egbert's opponent. So maybe we amble around the grounds and kind of eavesdrop on, I guess, eavesdrop Corazon. Any ideas?
Yeah, I assume that other trials are happening at the moment because it's a kind of rolling thing. Is it the same opponent every time? Are they rotating opponents?
They're rotating, so they're sort of groups, but they're sort of just judging everyone because it's not a competition per se. They just need to have opponents ready. So it's sort of like everyone. It's quite chummy generally. Everyone's like, we're all in this together. We'll all do our best. We'll not try and mess each other up.
Okay, can I see where they're taking their lances from? Is there an equipment locker, something like that?
Yes. So there is indeed. There's basically you go up to a desk. You are given a lance, and you are directed to one of the bays, which has one of the mounts in it for the joust.
Okay. And
Why don't we pretend to
how does
be
it work for
Egbert's-
the? I was going to say, how does it work for the opposition jouster? Do they do the same?
Yes, everyone's going to the same desk, and they're just given a different berth. And there's a list of who people are up against. So Egbert's name is already down.
Oh, okay. Who are they up
It's been
against?
hastily written in calligraphic writing. The ink is in fact still wet. And his opponent is written down on the thing. His name is Cedric Albright.
Cedric
All
Albright. All right. Cool.
And you sort of look around, and you don't think you look at a guy and go, "I bet that's Cedric Albright." He is standing with golden hair that shines in the afternoon light. It's slicked back and just shimmers unbelievably. Corazon is like, his mouth is watering with jealous rage at his locks. He is dressed in extraordinary finery. He has riding boots that a deity would be proud to own, and he has a retinue around him just constantly fawning and saying, "I'm so glad you finally decided to take the trials. You're going to be the best paladin ever."
Oh.
If only we had Meryl when she could do poison spray
No.
right in the face.
Why doesn't
Okay.
our paladin look like that?
Yeah, what the hell? Should we see if this guy wants to join the charismatic
There.
team?
Friend, do you want to
All
be
right,
a charismatic cheat friend?
Prudence, Corazon, how do you feel about this for a play?
Murdering.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How about we pretend to be reporters for nightly, and we're doing a profile on handsomest knights, and we go up, appeal to the vanity, and we're like, yeah, we're doing this profile. We wondered if we could interview you. We'll just wait in your backstage green room holding pen for you, and you can come meet us there in a moment. And then when we get there, we do the old switcheroo on the pole thing.
The lance.
The
I'm
lance.
gonna
That's
say
it.
yes, Dom. I love it.
Sounds
There's
great.
nothing
I
I
love the
don't love about the plan.
I love it. Let's do it.
All right.
Okay.
Corazon, I think you should be the reporter.
Okay.
And I guess
I'm gonna take a charcoal etching for the article in the Nightly Night Tribune, whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm. Dob,
Alright.
why are you here? What's your role?
I'm holding all the bags.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, say that again.
I'm holding all the bags.
Perfect. Okay. Yes, you all approach. As you do, some of the retinue kind of sees you, and they're like, One of them very ostentatiously gets out a handkerchief and sort of holds it near to her face, like.
Oh.
Cedric pretends not to notice you.
Get him, Corazon.
Excuse me. Are you Cedric Albright, the famous jouster and paladin to be?
As if you had to ask.
Well, I didn't want
Of
to
course I
appear rude. Yes, indeed. We're with Nightly magazine. My name is Scoops Mackenzie, boy reporter, and we would love to do a front page profile of you. Obviously, you're one of the biggest up and coming knights, paladins, all round wonderful people.
Yes.
Currently going. We would love to secure an interview with you, so you can let the people know about your aims as a paladin, why you want to join an order, and we've got our sketch artist here. She's going to rent us some.
Sketch McCoy.
Have you got enough? You got enough yellow crayon for that beautiful hair?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, absolutely. In the bags here with my my lackey, who is called Lackey.
Bod.
Bod.
It's me, Bod. This stuff's pretty heavy, boss. Oi, Goldilocks, is there somewhere I can put this stuff while we wait for the interview?
I'm just writing down
sweet.
his hair shone like gold in the morning sunlight. And
Getting it.
Yeah,
Getting the
I'm getting this all down. This is going to be. They're going to eat this up in Peoria.
Make me a charisma persuasion check, please. Corazon, I think we'll make you do it. You can have advantage on this because that was
That's a 20.
His retinue sort of turns slowly until there's he's in the middle of a sort of crescent as they're gathered round you. And there are excited whisperings going back and forth, like, an interview, the front page. Oh, you must, Cedric, you must. It's like, well, I suppose I could spare you a few minutes. Yes. I'll tell you what, we'll go over there now, shall we?
It's quite loud out here. If we could get somewhere a bit more secluded so we can...
Of course,
of course.
Well,
he dismisses his retinue. He's like, away, loves. I'll see you later.
It'll take us a hot minute to set up if you want to follow us.
Sure. Why not?
Cool.
All right.
Cool.
Bod, let's go.
All right. As we go, all right, guys, we've got a couple of options here, I think. So I'm whispering this so that Cedric can't hear.
Yeah.
So either we swap out the lances and we let it, play out, or we knock out Cedric. I
Yeah,
can't
love it.
disguise myself as Cedric, and then I just stack it off the horse as soon as we get let out.
I love the part when you knock him out.
Dob, what do you think? I know how you feel about knocking people out.
Well, what I think is that Corazon's plan is better, but there are several rounds in this tournament, and we have the lance, so maybe Corazon disguises himself for round 2.
Because I would need a short rest, of course.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I meant. But I don't know. I mean, I don't mind. They both sound like great plans. We could always do
Knock
both.
him out. Beat his butt.
Okay. I'll tell you what, we will leave you as you sort of deliberate over which plan. The other two, you are in the stables now. One of the horses sort of greets Merylwen as she walks in with an excited nicker.
I'm going to find the guy in charge of the rentals.
Uh-huh.
and say, hello, or whoever
yeah.
in charge of the rentals, please. Can I chat to that person?
Yeah, absolutely. It's sort of a quite paunchy man just leaning up against like the sidings. He's got hands that are just all callous at this point. Like he's a man who clearly knows his trade.
Ooh, hail and well met, fine rental man. Could I please see the menu of horses?
The
horse menu, please.
Would you say you're ordering a la carte?
That was better than the previous one.
That was pretty
Wait
good.
patiently for inspiration.
Can have inspiration for that one. But, not to cheapen it, everyone should have inspiration at this point because you've been on fine form, and I've been neglecting you terribly. He goes. He sort of looks at you quizzically. He's like, "You're not planning on eating?
No,
them, are you?"
no, just riding, just riding. Well, I'm in the jousting tournament, so obviously a jousting horse would be better, but really, it sort of depends on the price. You know,
Jousting? Yeah. Come on, my boy. You look like you've seen a few paladin trials in the past. You know we don't use horses.
Do we not?
Uh-oh.
Not
Oh,
anymore.
no.
The rules changed recently.
Oh,
Aye, attendance numbers were down,
Oh.
so the organisers felt they needed something a bit more exciting.
Okay.
Oh no, Dub, you're plushy.
What should I be riding? What should I be renting?
The thing.
A griffin!
thing. The multi-tentacled hellbeast thing. What was it called?
It's
No,
not
not
supposed
a
to be.
spacer. It's a minotaur,
The
right?
Minotaur.
Minotaur.
Oh,
Yeah.
but we don't know. That could be a different round.
He
Oh, okay.
he puts his hand on your shoulder and goes, "Well, my boy, you'll be riding a griffin, won't you?"
Will I? Will I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Aye.
Oh dang.
Okay.
Oh.
Right, they're over at the tourney grounds. You don't want to miss it. Go on.
Cool. Okay, well, I'll go do that then. Thanks for your help, and thanks for your honesty. You could have just rented me a horse anyway, so that was very good of you. I'll come back and if I survive, I'll I'll come back to this establishment when I need a horse sometime.
Ah, lad, you'll be fine. The worst you'll get is a terrible mauling.
Okay, well, that fills me with confidence. Thanks. Bye.
Good luck, my boy. Okay, so you return to sort of the jousting grounds. You do need to go up to the registration desk. Well, you just need to go hand in your chit and be like, "I'm here for my joust." You swear as you arrive, you see disappearing off round the corner into some form of tent green room area. You see your friends with, I mean, it can't have been Cedric Albright. You've not seen each other in years. And frankly, if it is him, you don't really want to see him because he was always an absolute prig.
Yes.
He bullied you mercilessly when you were boys.
Yeah.
He is bad stuff.
I catch a glimpse of his flaxen hair glinting in the sun, and I think, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. So you proceed to the desk. Worst news, you are indeed against Cedric, and you and Merylwyn are guided towards pen number 3. What's behind door number 3? It is a griffin. It sort of looks up. It's gnawing on some sort of ginormous like marrow bone. And it's like it sort of looks up and it's like.
Merylwyn, can you speak Griffin? How's your Griffin?
I try to cast Speak with Animals and hope that it works.
No, it unfortunately does not. Yeah, sorry.
I'm not getting anything.
It just kind of.
No.
Oh.
Okay.
Dear.
Okay. Well, I very, very slowly walk towards it with my hands just out like that. Just like that.
Okay.
So that I do seem non-threatening. And
Yeah.
I just talk, like, I'm like,
Are you
Hey,
going to
buddy,
tickle it
how are
under
you?
its Griffin chin? Is that what's happening?
yeah.
Okay,
I just.
Oh,
make
Merylwyn's
me a
hands coming off.
wisdom animal handling check, please.
Okay.
How Merylwyn lost her hands.
Oh, stumpy Meryl.
Okay. So,
Come on, Merylwyn.
Merylwyn, or as we
Hi.
call her now, Lefty.
so I got a 13.
Yeah, it's hesitant at first, but this is an animal that's sort of trained to be ridden in jousts. It's like it's not as feral as a griffin you encounter in the wild might be, but it sniffs you and then consents to being tickled under the chin. And it's sort of it cracks open an eye and kind of looks at Egbert and it's like and sort of motions. It's like, get involved,
Right,
come on.
I come and stroke it as well, a little
Friends.
cautiously,
Yay.
but and very gently.
Okay.
Thanks, sleight of hand.
Yeah, that's fine. No, I'm not going to make you roll for that. Yeah,
Are you taking Seal Gaiman on the griffin with you?
He's strapped into like a knapsack behind me. His little
Okay,
head's,
so
his
he's
little
going
head's
on the
like
griffin.
poking out over my back, basically. Like
Nice.
there he is.
No.
Just don't fall on your back.
He- oh,
You
no.
fall on your back and then he's your cushion.
He's very quietly in your ears, being like, "Oh, oh,
What's that, Seal Gaiman? I wish I could understand you. If only there was some way you could have expressed your thoughts in human language.
I don't know, Egbert. I feel like I can understand what's going on.
okay. But the griffin actually is warming to you to the point where it expectantly sort of crouches back on its haunches, almost as if it's expecting you to get on its back, sort of.
Okay,
nowish.
I'm gonna do exactly that.
Okay. Yeah, it's like it is warming to you. You get on the back. You're like, this seems a bit different to a horse. It's kind of like driving a cart that doesn't have
Right.
gears after many years of driving one
Right.
that does. You keep thinking that there's going to be sort of like horse bits to manipulate, but you reckon you can
I
get the
don't
hang
attempt
of
to
this.
manipulate his horse bits.
Yes.
Roll to not
Can I
manipulate
roll
horses.
to not do that, please?
Yes. Just roll me a d20 and don't roll a 1.
16.
Really don't.
Thank
Yeah.
you, goodness. Great. Okay. Yeah. You are mates with a griffin
Yeah.
now. Should we cut back to how are you ruining this arrogant would-be paladin's day?
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Well-
so do you want to swap out the lance, or
Well, the thing that I'm thinking is now have we seen some griffins at some point, like as we're walking around?
No, you
Johnny.
don't know.
We still think it's a horse.
We still think it's a horse. Corazon, how good are you at riding horses?
oh, fantastic! I had the best teachers growing up.
Well, then I see no reason not to do Corazon's plan.
Nor do I.
I mean, sure, I can't think of a single reason why I couldn't ride.
I mean, it'll be extremely dangerous, sure, but if you're familiar with the animal, I can't see what could go wrong.
You're very, very well qualified to undertake this particular task.
I used to take part in gymkhanas and all
There
sorts.
you go. Horse dancing. You're a horse dancing expert.
Absolute, yeah, horse dancing expert. All right, Dog, do you want to hit him with the sleep ray, and we'll.
Get him out. Beat his butt.
Oh, yeah, sleep, that's better. I was...
No!
Okay.
Violence.
You
What
can
kind
kick
of-
him while he's unconscious if you want, Prudence.
Okay,
kind of-
good.
What kind of environment are we in right now, Johnny? Where
You-
are we?
He has got a little private tent. The little private tent is on a decking, which is on wheels. Clearly, he is used to the finer things in life, and so he has brought with him a private mobile green room so that he can relax when he's not taking one of the trials. He is already in there. He's relaxing on sort of a very wide armchair with a leg thrown casually over one of the arms. And
Oh
as
my
you as you come in, he says, "You there with the how's the light here? Is this fine?"
It's not quite right. Come closer to my.
To your sorry?
I mean, my come closer to the natural light on this side of the green room. I manoeuvre so that he's between me and Dom.
Okay, great.
So I'm-
Yes,
Come this
I,
way, sir. To the most flattering light and the best angle, I think.
of course, yes. He
Okay.
saunters over with a goblet
Okay.
in his hand.
I'm really getting the hair. Just it's all hair, and then some cheekbone, and we'll take it from there. If Bod would like to, what are you doing over there, Bod?
Well, Cedric, I did want to. Our readers would like to know exactly why is it that you suck so much?
I can't sleep.
What?
Boom!
You can't sleep then. 5d8s, please.
Oh,
It's better
okay.
work.
I've got a backup plan if it doesn't, but it's not a great one. All right, I'm going to count these off as we go, Johnny, because I've only got the 1d8.
Yep.
7. 7. 7. 5. 5.
Yeah, that'll
31.
definitely do it.
Yeah.
He goes. His head whips round to Coruscant. He goes, "How dare!" And he starts to fall.
We don't catch him.
Yeah. He hits the quite literal deck and goes and is snoring in a really just like sort of way. He's like
Right, Corazon, let's get you into his clothes.
All right. Has he got anything valuable on him in his
Has
pocket?
he?
Anything in here? Oh, we're having
Yeah.
it.
yes, there is a petty cash box. There are goblets. His clothes alone are worth an inordinate amount of money, especially those.
all his
Right?
hair products, especially his hair products.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's an
And-
entire trunk, Prudence.
I kick him a bit, but my heart's not in it.
Prudence,
Yeah.
I have an idea. If you do want to, I have an idea of something mean to do. Do you want to do something mean?
I always want to do something mean. Bod, tell me what.
You can call
You
him
can call me
Dodd
Dodd now,
it's fine.
but
Oh, no,
No,
I
you're
like
bored
Bod.
now. You're bored now.
okay, fine. Well, I was thinking, what if
Yes.
just when we're done here as we leave,
Yes.
what if we stitch up the entrance to the tent, but before we go, we put your balloon full of bees just over a candle?
Delicious.
Why?
I'm gonna.
So
Oh, that's
just so, and then we leave, and then a few
then-
minutes later, bam,
Bees.
bees.
And then,
He
Go
is
on,
only
check
asleep
down.
for a minute, so I'm gonna tie him up and gag him.
okay, good.
Yeah,
All right,
That was
fine.
my
And then-
next question.
And
Right,
then
okay.
bees.
Bee balloon on
Bee
a
balloon
time
is
delay
happening.
track over a candle.
Okay.
Yeah, we set a timer of the bee balloon.
Okay. You set a timer for 3 minutes.
Oh,
Um,
oh my gosh.
Okay, I
Corazon,
cast
you are now
disguise.
disguised.
I
Yes.
cast disguise self as Cedric Albright.
You look perfectly like Cedric Albright.
All right, in 3 minutes, this tent is going to be Bee-mageddon, so
Okay.
let's
All right,
get
well,
you
let's
out
get
and
over-
onto
let's
that
get
horse,
over there.
Corazon.
Yeah, that horse. Can't wait to ride it.
Indeed. So everyone actually sort of then looks up as there is a large fanfare that rings out over the jousting grounds. There's a fanfare. There's some sort of fanfare.
What's that I hear?
That.
What a bloody great fanfare!
Yeah. That's some kind of
Um,
fanfare.
And the trial of the jousting shall now begin. Woo! Contestants to your griffins.
Where to? Whoa. Griffin.
As you leave the tent, to the sound of bees sort of speeding up inside a pig's bladder, your entourage is waiting and they're like, "Oh, Cedric, it's time! Come on, let's see you on your griffin. You're going to look so dashing."
Yes, Griffin. I knew that was going to happen, and I can't wait to ride it as I often do. So time to climb aboard the Griffin now.
And I imagine this griffin would know its rider anywhere.
Oh, little Percy, my goodness, you have no idea. Bod, was it?
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay, so you are taken to a stable where there is a very trim and lean-looking griffin. It doesn't have an ounce of fat on it, and it looks
This
at you
griffin
and
is
goes
ripped.
like
Hey!
a horrible hissing starts in its throat. The entourage is like, "Oh, Percy, what's that? Oh, goodness."
Mm.
Wait,
Well,
Percy,
Corazon,
Percy, what's wrong? It's me, Cedric. The normal Cedric, and then
You get close enough that he catches a sniff because you are wearing his clothes, aren't you?
Mhm.
It's like when consents to it drops down so that you can jump on his back. Could you make me a
Right.
wisdom animal handling check, please?
Oh, okay.
Is this our first ever animal handling check? Oh,
Ellen just did one.
Really?
oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
So it's nearly bee time.
That's 13.
We're B
Okay.
minus 10 seconds.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay, you get onto
stop the
the
bees.
You get onto the
Can't
back.
stop the beast.
You get onto the back of the griffin, and it sort of like shifts under your weight a bit, and you're fine. And then you hear a distant pop, followed by like, and then you just hear very quietly in the distance, you just hear.
Wow, the wind is so strange, these parts.
Percy sort of rotates his head and looks at you with an eyeball, and it's like, he's like skittish. He's like doing that weird dancing sideways thing in the pen.
Are any of my horse dancing skills transferable to this situation?
Yes, go on then. I will allow you to add your proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
Halved rounded up. To
Okay.
your checks
2.
while I'm moving. Okay, that's fine. The gates are opened and you are led out into the tourney grounds, and you go into sort of your channel. You see on the other end, Egbert is there on a griffin that looks perfectly serene. You feel an irresistible urge to tease him, and you're not sure why. You're just like, you look down at yourself and you're like, oh, I'm better than him. This,
Oh, no.
I mean, that is standard for Corazon anyway.
Yeah.
But there's something new in it. You feel powerful. You're like, I don't like him.
I'm being confused by the Cedric.
Anyway, basically, an announcer goes, "It's Cedric Albright versus Egbert the Careless."
Woo! Egbert!
And I'm like into
Egbert!
the ear of the griffin. I'm like, come on, buddy, we got this. I did a practice run earlier, and I was really good at this. So I think we're going to be fine.
Okay.
And then I give it a little G up,
So
and off we go.
both of you make me a wisdom animal handling check.
Is Corazon so into this that he's forgotten the plan?
Wisdom. How is jousting a wisdom thing? Come on.
7.
Animal handling, I'm afraid. This isn't the actual joust.
16
did
minus
you roll?
1 wisdom. Because Egbert.
Wow.
I rolled a 3 plus 2 to wisdom plus 2 proficiency.
Okay.
So I'm 15. You're.
Yep. Percy is not happy about this at all. So he does start charging down toward Egbert, but I'm afraid you're going to be at a disadvantage on your joust roll, Corazon.
That's what I want. That's
Yeah, perfect.
good, right?
Great, yeah.
I want to lose the joust.
Yeah, this griffin hates you.
Okay.
So both of you make me... I mean, I guess... This is probably strength athletics. A lance is not a finesse weapon.
Okay.
Okay. Strength athletics. Oh, it's a 20 plus 4. Plus 4 strength.
We're
We're gonna kill Corazon.
Yeah, I assume Prudence, Feral, and Dob are in the crowd with foam fingers and air horns, presumably.
Are you
Looking suddenly nervous.
Are you trying to hurt?
No. I'm
Cedric.
hoping to hit him just right here on the shoulder to
Over the heart.
perfectly. No major organs. I just want to perfectly unseat him from the griffin.
Perfect. Yep.
Yeah. Well,
you
my plan is to be unseated as well, so I'm kind of leaning into it.
Yeah. No. This is
You're gonna
this is
really
perfect.
sell it.
You sell. Oh, it pops big, and you sell it perfectly.
Your shoulder.
Basically, no, it's an expert maneuver, and you were already kind of rolling with it. So yeah, it looks impressive. The crowd goes, oh, and you hear a lot of people go, oh no, and tear up betting slips as
Cedric
Bet on it.
presumably does a
Cedric
backflip
is dumped
off the
off the
thing,
ground.
like rotates fully 360 degrees.
It is balletic. And then Percy just sort of tears off into the distance.
Into
Just
the
keeps
woods.
running, and everyone's like, oh. Your entourage is slow to come and congratulate you. They're like, well, don't worry, Percy dear. There are plenty more trials.
No! I have proven today that Egbert the Careless is my superior. I am the worst paladin ever.
Oh.
Hang on, we should be writing this down.
It's all going to the profile.
What a scoop!
Worst paladin ever.
There's your front page.
The entourage deserts you with incredible speed.
I will now retire to my green room and allow myself to be stung by bees. To tie myself up and sting myself as penance.
You hear
If you find
muttering
me
in
like
the
that,
crowd.
that's what I...
That is a paladin thing. Yeah, that is a.
I told you that the Albrights, they're into some weird stuff. No, I know you told me, but it's another thing to actually hear it from his mouth.
Anyway, I'm off there. No one come and check on me.
You return, Egbert, you return your griffin to the stalls, and Max is there. They are leaning up against the wall and go, oh, looks like I didn't make a mistake in picking you up after all.
Yeah,
Well done.
I'm sort of surprised at myself, really. To be honest, I'm so rusty. I only really had one practice run, and we didn't even use lances, but it seemed to go well. How are you? What have I got next? Do you know?
Yes, actually. I've cleared my schedule, so it turns out I couldn't get anyone else on board, so I'm just going to stick with you if that's
Fine.
all
Yeah,
right.
you're welcome to. Yeah.
Next up is reversing a carriage around a corner.
Oh, I'm good at this one, I think, but then I thought I was bad at jousting, so who knows, really? I feel like there's an element of luck to all of these trials. Really, you'd have thought it would just be skill, but actually I feel like there's a rather large element of luck to everything I do, ever.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? I get that creeping
Yeah, it's
sensation
weird.
sometimes.
They should do a study or something.
It's like I'm just a big rock rolling around in a tray.
Yeah, just tumbling, endlessly tumbling through the cosmos.
Yeah.
Wise, Max.
Do you know when people are like, "Can you rate this for me?" They're like, "Well, how is it out of 100?" You're like, "Well, I don't know, 20." Like it's
20's.
It's weird.
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
we're gonna montage this bit. Just make me a Dex sleight of hand check for reversing a carriage around the corner.
Let me work out what my thing is.
Yay, montage!
Dexterity's +2. All right, I'm gonna roll, and it is another 20.
What?
Oh my god!
Yes!
Legit. Look, I mean, this doesn't really prove anything, but there you go.
What a
Egbert's rolling
coincidence.
fire!
The first session we had when no one could
Yeah, exactly.
Yay!
All right.
Okay. The montage
I do a handbrake reversal
moves-
turn. Even though carriages don't have handbrakes, I sort of reach down and grab one of the cartwheels with my hand to lock it, and then I do a reverse handbrake turn in a carriage.
Yes.
Woo!
And it looks
Incredible. Yeah.
Oh,
more foam
When
fingers.
you come back, Max is leaning against a tree. They're eating some. They're eating some funnel cake. And they look really pleased. Next up is pamphleteering.
Okay.
There is a crowd in a fenced-off pen. There's just a crowd of just normal folk going about their day. To look at them, you're not convinced they know that they're in a pen in a trial, but they're sort of just idling about. And you have 90 seconds to convert as many of them as possible.
Okay. Cool.
So.
go!
Are there other pamphleting sessions happening at the same time?
Not in the same crowd.
Guys,
But
we
at the
could
same
join.
time.
Yes.
Guys, we could
Okay,
join the crowd.
Well, in that case, to increase Egbert's odds,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I sort of sidle up to the side of the pen to another paladin and subtly cast prestidigitation on him so that he smells terrible, so that no one wants his pamphlets.
Okay, you soil a paladin. He does terribly in his trial. People are. It looks like he's a sheepdog because they are just filling the spaces he isn't in, and he by the end is chasing them around with a mace out, going, "Take the pamphlet!" Are you infiltrating the crowd, Corazon?
Yes, I'm back as Corazon now. I've undisguised myself. I'm going to
Okay,
infiltrate the crowd and be like a heater. I'm going to get everyone on board.
Okay, Dex stealth check, please, for anyone who is following Corazon into the pen.
Yeah.
13 plus 4. Like 18 or something. Or 19. No.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. You are both in. Could you please make me charisma persuasion checks, each of you? Prudence, what are you up to while they're rolling?
More candy floss.
More candy floss, perfect. You've somehow acquired a bigger balloon This one is
What's it full of, Johnny?
hornets. And
They're
you suspect
angry.
the bladder was some sort of like large bovine cow is the word I'm looking for.
Mm.
Large bovine
Don't show
cow.
experts. How did you do on your persuasion rolls?
I ended up, after all the bonuses, with the 21.
14.
All right, yeah, you both do pretty well at this. Corazon is like, La vache mauve? Why?
Whoa! What this god is like a cow and it's purple? Well, I'm sold. What about you? This sounds great, man.
Yeah, I love
That's
cows.
great.
They're great.
Can't believe he used to follow Zeus, that idiot, throwing around the
I
light.
thought I
stick
just-
and-
Yeah,
Turn
I'm just finding this
it
all very. This is all just very moving.
I haven't
just
even
love the
I haven't
Batman
even
so
handed a
much.
pamphlet to Corazon. I'm
Oh,
just
sorry.
sort of.
Sorry, let me have that
he's-
pamphlet. The fast move! Oh my gosh. Wow! Now that I've seen the pamphlet, I love the Vash Move even more. I would do anything for the Vash Move. I would die for the Vash Move.
I turned
Can
to
die?
Corazon and I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you doing here? Did they select you for the crowd?
Sir, I have never met you before. I just love
Come
the Vash
on,
Move. And
Corazon.
you seem to be doing very well.
Don't
Not
you
who
try
is
and kid
Corazon.
me. Did you get selected
just
by
a-
the officials to be in the
a-
pen? It's a lucky stroke of luck, isn't
I
it?
stealth out of the pen.
I try and stay away from Egbert.
Drop my hand beneath
I
my
continue
crawl
handing out
the pen.
pamphlets.
There is a crowd around you waiting to receive pamphlets. You actually, like, as the bell rings for the end of the 90 seconds, you give out your last pamphlet.
I'm like, I drew it myself. There'll be chips and dip at the first
It's-
meeting.
There is a polite round of applause for the mention of chips and dip.
Ooh, chips.
You exit the pen, and Max is just beaming from ear to ear. They've got like a tankard, and they toast you like, this is the best day of my career. I might even get a steed after this. Honestly, seriously.
Okay, I find a flagon of something non-alcoholic, an isotonic sports mead that's non-alcoholic, and
Yep.
I cheers Max. Thanks, Max.
Great. Hey, you're welcome. You ready for the obstacle course?
Am I? Am I?
You are. You remember this bit from your last trial very, very fondly because it is lots of fun. Your previous attempts at the obstacle course, you don't remember as clearly because they left you very, very concussed.
That explains a lot.
But basically, it is a gauntlet, and there's kind of like a gantry. Hast thou ever seen the mummers play? This is going to be a deep cut. First Night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starring Mel
The
of
famous
Gibson
troubadour
or Richard of Gere. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other troubadour, Sir Sean of
yes,
Connery.
yes, okay.
It's sidebar, as a medievalist, it's actually a really good representation of Arthurian legend. But anyway, there is a gauntlet in that.
Yeah,
Imagine
swinging
that.
things.
So there's like a
and,
raised,
like all of,
raised platform.
Know the one.
Yeah. So, you are. In fact, the gauntlet. To get people through quicker, there are 4 of them. At any one time, 2 of them are in use and 2 of them are being reset. You are on the left gauntlet, and there is a paladin you do not recognise. So you probably don't need to half sting them to death. And a man steps up and says, "Egbert, you will go on my first whistle."
Excuse me, are you Irish or Scottish?
Boom!
Okay, cool.
You will go on my second whistle. Both, definitely both. Anyway, he digs out a whistle and gives it a toot, and you sprint up.
Does the other paladin have the sign of the wolf? Good.
Yes.
Are we all in? Are we in the stands watching this?
The people are allowed to go right up to the gauntlet. So
Okay.
I'll tell you what you can see.
Okay.
Because Egbert won't be able to see all of this. He comes up the ramp, and then there is a series of doors that he must smash. There are 3 doors, each of them slightly more reinforced than the last. Then there is a water trough over which he must jump. This looks like quite a big jump. Then there's a smaller version of the crowd, and there are people who look like they really don't like being handed things. They must be pamphleted before he is allowed to proceed. And then there is a man in full plate armor holding on to like a pole arm, which on each end has what looks like more pig's bladders, stuffed this time with like cotton wadding. He has a second one and seems prepared to throw it to Egbert. And then at the end there is an old woman in a chair.
Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
trust that old woman in a chair.
Before the
I think Egbert can take her.
before the definitely Celtic, but we're not entirely sure how man blows his whistle. Is there any preparation you lot want to try and do to
I'm going to
grease
do
the
some
wheels for this?
stretches.
Okay.
I would like to. I would like to manoeuvre my way up to the side of the gauntlet, particularly the bit with the big water trough that needs jumping, so that I'm in prime position to throw my fold-out ramp
Yes.
to give Egbert a bit of extra lift.
Yeah, I
in
think
that. something he can run up.
I think we're all going to be Professor Snaping this from the stands, aren't we? We're going to be doing all that from the. Yeah. All right.
I do not get that reference. I'm sorry.
Remote
Okay,
magical interference of some
okay.
of some stripe. Is that what you're saying, Corazon?
Yes. Magical
Thank
interference.
you.
I think Egbert can probably manage some smashing down doors. I mean,
Oh yeah.
there's barely a door left on the Joyful Damnation.
Well, the first whistle goes, and Egbert charges up toward the first door. Egbert, you need to smash down a door,
Okay.
please.
I assume that's a
Smash
strength
it.
thing. 17 plus
your mace.
4 is 21.
Yes, that'll do. That will more than do. The first mace like blow, the door shatters into splinters, injuring some of the crowd. Why not?
Hooray.
He barely even slows his roll as he comes up to the next door, which has iron banding across it. So make me a strength. Make me the same attack again. You're looking to beat an armor class.
Oh
of 15.
no, it's 9 plus 4, so it's 13.
Quick dog,
He
cast
goes
metal on
boom
the
and rebounds. It's like damn.
cast heat metal on the iron. It'll be soft.
I cast heat metal on the iron, it'll be soft.
You cast heat metal on the iron, it becomes soft. Once again, please, Egbert, we'll call it. You've just got to beat.
I've got a
9.
15 now, plus 4 is 19.
It's amazing. You smash it, and the door doesn't so much break inwards as it sort of folds inwards as the metal sort of gives. And
That's weird. That's weird, isn't it? I look around to see if anyone else thinks that's weird.
you sort of the crowd.
I'm making snake faces in the crowd. Like,
It's
crowd
not
is-
weird. Keep going.
You hear somebody in the back go, "It must be because he's a dragonborn."
I shrug and go,
yeah.
I guess so. Third door?
Okay, the next door is this is a nice door. This is like really heavily reinforced. It's studded, and even you are like, "Ooh, this is a big door. This is going to be hard to break down." So make me another attack.
11 plus 4 is 15.
You do some damage to it, like you sort of dent it, and it rattles impressively in the frame.
Okay.
How's the other paladin doing?
The other paladin. That is a good question. The other paladin is through the first door. He's stuck at the second door currently.
Yes.
great. Okay, Prudence, you got any Cthulhu
Paladin.
stuff for this?
Nothing that's very, I've got to say, nothing that's very low key. So if I get involved,
Okay.
it's going to be pretty obvious. But I tell you what I do is I use detect magic. I sort of cast detect magic. I sort of run up and down the stands trying to detect magic along the obstacle course in case there are magical elements to any of the obstacles.
Also, has Egbert tried the handle?
Not yet.
He has not tried the handle.
Egbert, you fool!
I hear someone calling me a
Okay.
fool
I
from the
shout.
crowd.
Try the handle!
I try the handle.
So as Corazon goes, try the handle, you hear a lot of the sort of people watching go, as if it's a really droll joke. You try the handle and the door opens.
Yeah! I
and
do this
You hear the crowd go,
to the crowd.
"Oh!" And
Thanks.
there is rapturous applause. You're like, what a clever paladin.
And they said I didn't have
They all
wisdom.
like,
Prudence, you're going up and down and detecting magic, aren't you?
Yeah. Scanning for magic up and down. The running up and down the stairs.
The old lady in the chair at the end lights up like a beacon.
Oh, this is gonna be cool.
All right.
This is gonna be great.
I whisper to everyone else in the stands with me. Well, not everyone else, just the charismatic cheat friends. Like, that lady is magic as heck. She's so magic. She's riddled with magic.
Okay, well let's keep an eye on her in case she does something weird. But there's a whole bunch of trials to go through first. So
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you are now through the third door and you are approaching the water trough.
Oh, all right. With a length of hempen rope tied to one end of it, I throw out my fold-out ramp. Dang! Like a piece of lawn furniture, it snaps.
And I sprint towards the thing, and I feel like I'm about to try and jump across the trough, but actually, all of a sudden, there's a ramp underneath my feet, and I get a bit of extra height, just a foot or so.
Yep.
But maybe it's enough. I guess we'll find
Okay.
out.
I assume we're still laying out
Yes.
what we would like to happen here.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as
Also-
Egbert is airborne, I would like to whip the ramp away again and fold it away.
Okay.
I'm
Fine.
also going to hide next to the water trough in cat form.
This will be interesting.
I've got a backup. Just
Okay,
in case.
Merylwyn turns into a cat and is crouched by the water trough.
Yes.
Egbert, this will be.
It's a powerful leap.
We can call this strength athletics, I think, because you're not trying to do it in
No,
a fancy way. You're
just
trying to
trying to
brute
launch.
force your way over this.
13 plus 4 is 17.
Okay, great.
as Egbert takes off,
Yeah.
I cast Featherfall on him
Ah.
to
ooh.
slow his descent and sort of carry
Give
him
me a
across.
bit of extra
further.
hang
Does he
time.
like sail over the horizon?
It's incredible. This paladin runs up, and as he gets to the top of the ramp, he sort of starts windmilling and lets out this big roar. And it's like time slows down. It's rather like da, na, 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 na. He goes sailing over the water
Hast
trough.
thou seen the Ballad of
people-
Space Jam?
Right. Yeah, it is very, very similar to that. The crowd is already applauding before you hit the deck, as light as a feather, quite literally. Dob.
Yeah.
Roll me a deck sleight of hand check to get the ramp back.
Well,
Well,
let's not panic. That's a 9.
The ramp smashes you in the face.
Good.
You kind of go like, and it just. The ramp breaks, and you will take 3 points of damage, please.
ow, ow, ow,
That's
ow.
it.
Oh, no.
Let's hear it for ramps.
Real MVP. For what it's worth, no one seems to notice that you've smashed yourself in the face with
Fold that
a
ramp.
hastily constructive fold-out ramp, because they're all watching Egbert do this incredible leap. Even the knight, who then stands in front of Egbert, is sort of applauding by bashing the two big sticks together, like bam, 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 bam. And then he tosses one to you, Egbert,
Do I catch
and
it?
takes a low stance. Dex check, please.
Oh no.
Good trouble.
Cool, okay.
Corazon,
Yes.
does this seem like a situation that a little grease might?
Yeah,
Oh.
grease
11,
platform.
11
Grease
plus
platform.
2 is
Yeah.
is whether I catch
How
it
big-
at all.
Yes, you catch it. It's a fumble, but people are still. The crowd is really on your side.
I've never been a fan favourite before.
The other guy.
So,
Johnny, how big is the platform that they're both standing on?
it is big enough for them to sort of maneuver and circle one another, but small enough to be precarious and exciting.
Yeah, I think if I cast Grease, they're probably both going over because it's got a range of...
Grease's shoes. Grease's
Oh, what about the
paladin.
other one?
The other
The other
guy.
paladin is through the third door now, and he. Oh, I rolled a 1. The other paladin has fallen
his
into
death.
the trough. There is quite
Yes.
a commotion.
Has he died?
He's not
Okay.
dead, but he is wearing a lot of plate, so he is definitely in mortal peril. This is in some ways, I think, what the crowd was hoping for, because the sides of the water trough are glass. So people are now watching and cheering and banging on the windows as this paladin
crowd
is trying to unbuckle his breastplate so that he can swim back to the top. So we'll leave him there and see.
I jump in and help him.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Make me just a strength check to heave him up to the surface of the water.
He's going to be
And while you're
disqualified for
helping him,
outside
Doc,
assistance. You realise that, but I guess he'll be alive.
Slide a butter knife between his ribs. That's good. That's what we want.
It's an 11.
You
Doc,
pull
punch
him
at
to
me.
the surface of the water. He punches you in the face. He's like, "What are you doing?"
My rat wound.
The crowd is already booing as the basically somebody appears on the gauntlet waving 2 red flags and yelling disqualification.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Brilliant.
The man, after punching you in the face, locks his arms around your shoulders and neck and just starts sobbing into your shoulder.
Oh, buddy. I just
Uh-oh.
calm emotions.
Gonna feel how is it? Oh, why am I wet?
They're there. They're there. Being a paladin sucks. I'm friends with
True.
one, and it looks like such hard work. Is it what you wanted for yourself, or is it just what you think other people want for you? Why are you trying to be a paladin? Now let's get you out of the water. Let's get you out of those wet clothes into a dry martini.
The would-be paladin leaves the pool with a new sense of direction in life.
The bar.
Great.
People, yeah, he and he goes to the bar and has a dry martini. Seal Gaiman, meanwhile, has infiltrated the tank.
Beautiful.
Has put on has sort of swum to investigate the breastplate and has got his head stuck in the neck hole. So he's now just swimming around in circles with a breastplate on, and the crowd's going wild. Egbert, you assume all of this noise is for you as you go to fight
They
against
love
this
me.
guy.
They
Are you
really
greasing the
love
platform?
me.
Okay, guys, grease is like a 10-foot square on the platform. It's grease the entire platform, but I'm up for it. I mean, if Egbert truly deserves to be a paladin, then he can handle a little grease, right?
Here's the thing you need to know about Egbert. He has claw feet.
I cast grease.
Oh, yes.
Okay, remind me what the saving throw is for this.
Johnny, what a wonderful question. Let me tell you. Dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
What's your spell save DC?
My spell save DC.
Not yours,
uh,
Egbert. Corazon's.
Hang on. Spell save DC is 14.
All right. I'll do the knight, Egbert.
What do I
Roll
have
your
to roll?
dex.
Just a 20, D20.
Dexterity
Cool,
saving
alright.
throw.
Add your dex modifier.
Yeah, +2.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That is a big fat 3 +2, which makes 5.
Okay. You fall over. I rolled a 1. So,
Yes.
I fall over
Yes.
slightly less hard. Is that what you're saying?
well, you hit the deck. You both go out. But you are still on the platform. The knight, on the other hand, is sort of like in the ionosphere. He's just gone like and gone flying off the gauntlet.
He's out of there.
Yeah, it's like someone hit a home run. Someone with a bugle or a zither or something does a sarcastic like.
Does he disappear over the horizon with a little twinkle?
Wait.
Yes, he does. There's like a. And somewhere, an emotionally mature green frog feels a little bit happier.
Oh.
Anyway, but you sort of need to get up, but the crowd roars. They're not sure what you did, but everyone is already agreeing it was a masterful move.
I sort of very cautiously get back to my feet and dig in my claws.
Yes. Are you maintaining the grease, Corazon?
I can cancel it, can't I? Yeah, let's cancel the grease, because
Okay.
that's going to be a problem for Egbert
Where
otherwise.
does the grease go when you cancel it?
Into space.
Well, I'm satisfied.
Back into Corazon's grease gland.
Oh God!
It's not a
That's the worst
gland.
thing you've ever said. I just inhaled one of my own feathers. That was that.
that was real nasty.
It's not a gland egg. It's a sac, as you know.
Oh my God!
We've
Meryl
got the
went as
title of
cat.
our next
What
charity single to the tune of "Back in the USSR."
Meryl, what are you doing?
I'm still sneaking around as a cat, like keeping an eye on things.
Okay, cool.
I was watching the seal for a little bit, like kind
Yeah.
of like, and doing that thing that cats do. When they see
Is
moths
the
and
seal
stuff.
okay?
He's fine.
Good.
People are throwing in quite a lot of food for him.
Mhm.
So you can just hear under the waters kind of.
He ate already,
Mhm.
like earlier.
You know that thing where you're talking in a room and suddenly all conversation stops and you are talking entirely too loud?
Mhm.
That happens to Egbert. He's like, "You ate already!" And that because the whole crowd has gone dead because they are now watching and waiting for the only thing left on the gauntlet is an old lady in a chair. And suddenly the air is thick with tension. And the screams of a seal that's having a nice time.
I cautiously approach the old lady and say, "Hello?
What do you want?
Well, what brings you here?"
I live here. And I tell you something for nothing. I don't like cold callers. I don't need double glazing.
No.
I don't have windows, as you can plainly see. And if you're here to waste my time, especially if you're here to convert me to some poppycrop religion, then you're barking up the wrong tree.
Mace!
I'm not
mace.
hitting. I've already hit an old man with a mace this week.
Mace!
Complete the set.
From the crowd. Mace!
This is my greatest challenge yet. She's sitting at a table. Is there another chair?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna sit in the chair and be like, "That's fine. We don't have to talk about religion at all. Let's just talk about you."
Sitting it backwards.
What? Let's rap.
I just want to rap with you.
That's not how you use a chair.
Yeah, no, you're right. I rotate the chair back round and sit the proper way round.
Well, what do you want to know? No one's asked me a question about me in a very long time.
What are your interests? How's life? How are you doing? I feel like probably someone needs to listen to you rather than just speaking at you. Is that right?
Yes,
Yeah,
I think so.
Let's just chat. Let's see, probably we can have a really good time. We've probably got more in common than you think, even though I'm a giant lizard.
Oh, so you are. Well, I'm quite lonely.
Yeah,
I think.
Well, people should
And
come by more often.
Have you got any biscuits, Egbert?
I look in my knapsack for biscuits.
You've got like Paladin standard issue oatcakes.
I offer them.
She takes one and sort of like tests it on a tooth and it's like, oh, a bit dry, but ooh.
Wow.
She's sort of just nibbling on an oatcake now. There are so many people here all the time, and they all seem so excited about the rest. And then whenever someone comes along this funny little walkway, they all go silent and start hissing and things.
Yeah. Well, I think they misunderstand you. They just don't, you've got to forgive them. They're sort of, they've got their own lives. They're caught up in their own deal, and it's not malice. It's just that they just don't understand.
You know what I think it is? I think it's that they're just waiting to see me vaporize people when they get on my nerves.
That's what you do.
Well, yes, they get on
And
my
then you
nerves.
vaporize them.
And I just yes.
That's
Surely you've done something you regret in your life.
I mean, yeah, in the last week. But
Oh, what was it?
well, I had this disagreement, let's say, with a gentleman.
Oh, you regret it now. All right.
But he ended up as a seal.
What?
He ended up as a seal. Things were said. People were hit with magic maces, and he ended up a seal. But I think he's happier now. Really, I genuinely think he's happier.
Is it that
Yeah,
seal?
that seal. Do you want to meet it?
You turned a man into a seal with a magic
Yeah,
mace?
I did.
That's the most horrible thing I've ever heard, dear.
Is that cool with you?
Sure, bring the seal over,
Sure.
come on.
I pop over and extricate the seal from the breastplate.
He is incandescent with rage because you're dragging him away from like a massive tank of treats. Like, whoa! Whoa! But yeah, you sort of carry him back over and you sit him in the old lady's lap
would you
or
like
on
to
the
pet
table?
the seal? Would you like to pet him?
Oh.
Yeah? Look.
Yeah.
It's just there you go. Isn't this nice? Isn't this nice?
This is. I have a
Yes,
question.
Go on.
Are you going to try and slip me some sort of pamphlet in a minute? It's all right if the
Well,
answer is
look,
yes.
You know what? No pressure. I'll just leave it with you. If you want to read it, you can. If not, winter fuel. That's the way I always look at it. If it's not for you, it's not for you. There are plenty of other orders out there. I just want to show you the options. Also, look at my seal.
All right then. She reaches out, and you hear a from the crowd. And as the piece of paper transfers into her hand, the crowd explodes. It wakes up the elderly people who are sleeping in their chairs at the end of their gauntlets because they're off the clock. They're like, oh. It like from the reaction, everyone in the crowd assumes that this is the first time she has ever taken a pamphlet ever. And so yeah, Egbert sort of stands at the end of the gauntlet at the obstacle course. He has completed it. Max is at the end, like jumping up and down and applauding.
And I say to the old lady, you can look after the seal. I'll come back for him later. You guys get to know each other. I think you'll get on famously.
Yes, all right. I suppose you're off to the arena now, aren't you?
Well,
Max comes up and takes your arm and goes, yeah, you are. Come on.
Okay, well, bye. I'll see you later on. I'll pop by after the arena.
All right. So Max kind of, at this point, Max is used to seeing you all around and is like, points at all of you. Maybe not the cat because she hasn't twigged. And it's like, come on. She is already bustling Egbert toward a very large sort of arena-like space. And she is basically like, they are basically like, all right, very simple. Just watch, duck and weave, always be moving, don't stand still. You've got any magics?
I mean, yeah, but nothing really super useful in this context, in an arena context.
Okay.
I'll do what I can.
Look, just use them when you can. Keep your guard up. Don't let it smell your fear.
Don't let it smell my
You know what? You're going to be fine. Fear.
Fear.
So
this is a fear situation, is it? Is it a fear situation? Should I be afraid?
See you later. Good luck.
Okay, bye.
Max goes off into the arena and sort of goes to take a place that has been reserved at ringside. Basically there is this small door to the arena, and there is an official who's already beckoning you over.
Okay.
The rest of you, there is a crowd pouring into the arena and taking seats on bleachers. You
cool.
going in?
Does anyone want to drink? Any beer? What do you want?
Can I have some kind of novelty cup
Novelty
with
cup?
a beverage inside?
Dob, I think they do big pretzels. Go on.
Oh, yeah, a big pretzel, please.
Yeah. Okay, all right. I go off and I get a load of pretzels and beers and snacks, and I have some little Egbert flags. Little
Amazing.
pennants.
Yeah, they actually, Egbert merch has started to pop up around the tourney grounds for the sort of more
Nice.
pioneering sort of ware hawkers. So Corazon comes back with a bunch of pretzels. They are like normal pretzels, but they seem to have weird sort of like extra shapes on the top. And he comes back with a novelty cup for you, Prudence. It is an enormous drinking horn.
Oh,
Absolutely gargantuan.
Wow.
I don't
There
even
you
know
go.
if I can finish this.
Talking
have
about
you seen horns like this before? I mean, they're impressive, and I know horns, so.
before we kick anything off, Dob, maybe you'd like to give Egbert a little boost. You got anything like that? You could maybe.
You're talking about the berries.
No, yeah, no,
Yeah, throw some berries. Throw
Yeah.
pelt
Yeah.
berries.
you know what I'm talking about. They don't
Are they
test for them.
performance-enhancing berries?
They don't test. Okay, Egbert, I feel like you're about to enter a combat situation, so I'm going to give you some bardic inspiration if that's
Okay.
cool.
Always.
Egbert, you're gonna do fine.
Is the crowd singing along at the moment?
Everyone says that you won't,
Do they say I won't?
but I don't believe it. I'm your biggest fan.
Okay. But what were they saying about me?
Horrible things, Egbert. I won't repeat them. They would only upset you and throw you
But
off
now
your
I'm
game.
thinking about what
No,
they might have
there.
been.
Get out there.
Okay, I get out there.
That was amazing. Okay. You are introduced into the arena. A man cups his hands and says, "Introducing to the arena to complete the Paladin trials, Egbert the Careless."
I come out with my shield and my mace, and without thinking, I bang my mace on my shield.
I think that's fine. It's an inanimate
Okay,
object,
Good.
so you don't have to roll me a
Okay.
d6.
I bang on my shield and do that for the crowd.
People are applauding, and then the crowd sort of dies down, and you just hear, "And his opponent," and the crowd starts a low chant. They're like, "Stan, Stan, Stan, Stan." Prudence, you're a bit confused, and you look down at your drinking horn, and you see that it has a sort of a commemorative decal on it, with like it's a caricature of a minotaur. And the name is Brawlin' Stan. And
Look at that!
Dob, you sort of look to your left at your minotaur.
Oh yeah! Wow, that looks fearsome.
Plushie. Now you mention it, he is wearing a jumper with a big S on it. And indeed, in front of you, Egbert, as you sort of stand ready, a large sort of portcullis like just comes up from the floor, and out steps a minotaur,
Cool.
hefting a really big axe. And I would like for everybody to please roll me initiative.
Oh, dear.
Everybody.
Oh,
Everybody.
dear.
Everybody sits.
So, I'll remind you as we do this that if you want to hold your action, you can. But yeah, everyone's going to get to have
I've
a
rolled
turn,
a
basically.
6.
So that ain't good for you, is it?
No.
Not at all. Okay.
Also six. Also six. Snap.
Okay.
21. Not natural.
19.
Oh wait, +6 + 1. Sorry,
12.
7. 7. Still bad,
Oh.
but it's slightly less bad. Let's look on the bright side.
7,
It would be the Egbert thing to do to look on the bright side.
6 is Prudence. Dob.
12.
12.
Mm.
Lovely. All right, Corazon, you may act first.
Okay, so tell me about this Minotaur. What's it armed with? Is it wearing armor? Has it got
No.
any equipment?
No,
What's his
sort of-
vibe?
It's wearing a loincloth, but the rest of it is just sort of just natural henchness.
Okay.
It's got a big old axe, like a great axe, which is, this thing is very, very large. Egbert probably comes up to about its waist.
Okay.
Okay,
so
how close am I to it?
You're probably, let's call it 28 foot away.
Oh, perfect. All right, I'm gonna cast Mage Hand.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna form the Mage Hand into a fist and get up under that loincloth with a.
Wow. Straight for the weak
Okay.
point.
Wow. Okay.
That might
Yeah.
be the
Yeah,
strong
it could
point.
be,
You
yeah.
don't know.
You've only made him stronger.
He's just angry now.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's see. I'm just going to say mage hand. Mage hand.
Hand of the mage. Hand of a mage. Mage hand.
Oh, I'm D&D Beyond. I say the mage hand can't attack. Make me an attack roll.
All right.
We're looking to beat a 14.
Okay, cool. So what are there any modifiers added to this? Or is it just
Strength.
oh,
We'll say it's your strength.
Okay. Oh, it's an 11. All right.
Okay.
I rolled
you
a
do have
10 and plus 1 for strength.
You do have inspiration if you
Oh,
want
okay.
to try
Yeah,
again. Punt Minotaur
I'd
with the
love
ball.
to try again. That is 15.
There we
14
go.
plus
You do so. What's the strength on mage hand? Let's call this D6 plus 1.
Okay. That is a 5 plus 1, 6.
Great. It is stunned. The Minotaur.
Do you mean in a literal
It
sense,
would
or
be.
just sort of generally emotionally stunned?
It doubles over and lets out sort of this weird roar of pain and fury. It looks to everyone to the crowd as though the Minotaur is like trying to menace Egbert, be like "Rah!" in his face. But Corazon sat there smugly, it's like, it's eyes.
I'm doing the splits like Johnny Cage from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Athletics check.
Incredible.
Athletics.
I'm just letting that one happen.
I'll allow
Okay,
this.
that's Corazon. Merylwen.
Okay, I turn back into an elf.
Mhm.
And around just in front of the Minotaur, I cast Spike Growth.
There it is.
Oh no.
How big is spike growth again?
Okay, so it's a 20-foot radius.
Yeah.
The area becomes difficult terrain for the duration. When a
Uh-huh.
creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels.
Yes.
The transformation of the ground is camouflage, so no one else can see that this is here.
All right.
To look
Amazing.
natural. Any creature that can't see the area at the time the spell is cast must make a wisdom perception check against your spell save DC to recognize the terrain as hazardous before entering it.
Okay.
Ah, so it's camouflage. Neat.
Nice.
Nice.
But I could also
Um,
wander into it by accident.
While I'm like, Egbert, stay away from it.
So if I pass a wisdom saving throw
Mhm.
against your spell save DC, the Minotaur
Yeah.
will. Okay, what's your spell save DC?
My spell save DC is a 15.
That ain't gonna do it. The Minotaur is going to charge.
Oh.
The Minotaur
The return of the meat
has a
grinder.
whopping 40 foot of movement. So the Minotaur will go across the entirety.
Minotaur
no.
brisket
Of
for
these
dinner,
tracks.
everyone.
So
Oh.
that's what? How much damage are you rolling there?
2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels. That's 20 feet, so 8.
8d4. On you go then.
Oh, the
Merylwen.
meat grinder.
Alright, here we go. Okay, 4. 3, so that's 7. 4, that's 11.
Oh my.
3, that's
He doesn't care who she hurts. She's
14.
unstoppable. So bloodthirsty.
She is absolutely
4,
loving
that's
it.
18. Was it that? No, sorry, 17.
Horrifying.
It's 13.
Mm.
17.
You hate to
4 is 21.
God, there are children in this crowd,
22.
Meryl.
24.
Oh dear.
Is he going to be atomized?
Okay.
Just a bloody spear.
The brawling Stan charges across the arena toward Egbert, and then sort of halts and sort of staggers around and lets out a confused bellow because basically, he's now walking around on his ankles.
Oh, no! Oh, the hooves! Where have the hooves gone?
His hooves and his feet have just kind of up. So now he's sort of tottering around and just like just wailing.
Put me right on the pretzel.
I'll have
The
it.
crowd is like, oh. So Dob, you are next.
Okay. Can I ask some questions about Minotaurs?
Mm-hmm.
I suspect this is a long shot, but is a Minotaur a humanoid?
No, it's a large monstrosity.
Right.
I mean, I guess it is a humanoid.
It's got limbs in the same places.
Oh my, yeah. And to be honest, like from the origin, it is like it had a human mother.
There you go.
So yes, it's humanoid.
Oh, okay. All right.
So say I.
Okay. Well, in that case, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to cast Crown of Madness on the on Stan
Yeah.
with my magic left
Can you
hand.
explain
and
again
with my
for
right
the people
hand.
at home what Crown of Madness exactly does?
Yes, I would love to. One humanoid of your choice that you can see must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or become charmed by you for the duration. While the target is charmed, a twisted crown of jagged iron appears on its head and a madness glows in its eyes. And here's the crucial part. The charmed target must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you mentally choose. Now, here's the thing though. Possibly, there are obviously no other targets. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to throw in the plushie. The big plushy Minotaur.
Yeah.
I'm just going to like send that in
Yep.
and then
Yeah.
cast
Sounds
Crown
right.
of Madness,
Okay. What's your
giving
spell save
Stan a
DC,
new
please?
target. Sorry?
What's your spell save DC?
It is 17.
Oh, so close. 16. Stan gets a crown of iron atop his head, and he roars like with like as his eyes glaze over, and he sort of starts to heft his great axe up, and then sort of pauses for a sec, not sure what to do next.
Hey, look! Another Minotaur down there, and it's challenging you, Stan, for your
Minotaur supremacy.
title of supremacy. It wants to be
turns
the
and-
new alpha of the Colosseum.
It turns and bellows, and like it actually throws the great axe at the plushie, and sort of
Whoa.
hits it square in the chest, and then it just runs over and starts punching the ground, like pummeling it. And you hear, like, the crowd is very confused and mildly upset, but this is like the signature move they all came to see. So there's just a chant of like brawl, 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 as like brawling Stan just keeps punching a plushie. Egbert.
I am
Bring it
kind
home,
of
Egbert.
surprised by all of this stuff because I didn't even know the fight had started yet, and already he's been minced to bits and gone mad and started attacking a plushie.
Don't forget punch in the
And
crotch.
also doubled over in pain because he was punched in the crotch.
Yeah, he's having a very
But
bad
given
day.
that he's presumably running away from me in sort of, and is wailing on the plushie,
Yep.
I'm going to try and bring this fight to a quick conclusion by jumping on his back and trying to sort of choke him to unconsciousness. I recognise that this is not about a fatal fight, really. So I'm going to go for a kind of unconsciousness job on his neck.
Okay.
His big, thick neck.
Yeah,
He's got a
okay.
big, thick neck, but I've got big, thick arms, so let's see how that goes.
Sure. How big is Egbert? Dragonborn.
Oh, at least 7 foot, probably.
At least 20 feet.
Easily.
Dragonborns are big, aren't
8
they?
miles
Oh, yeah.
tall.
Yeah, you're
Egbert's a
fine.
20-foot cube.
You can do it.
Oh, no, wait, that's
Absolutely.
Thunderwave.
Do it. Yeah, because your size is medium, the size of a Minotaur is large. You can try
Okay.
to grapple it. So, roll a strength athletics
Cool,
check,
will do.
please.
That's a
I
5
will
plus
roll.
4, that's a 9.
Okay, let's see how this goes. I'm afraid I rolled a 14.
Dang.
The Minotaur, Stan, is like, doesn't even, like, you sort of jump on his back and he swats you off and carries on punching.
Oh, no.
So you land in the dirt next to old Stan. Prudence.
Okay. All right. Stand back, fools. What are the features of this arena? Is it like Colosseum-like? Is there Colosseum furniture, so to speak?
Sand floor.
Okay.
Colosseum furniture in the stands. Yeah.
No, but there's no architectural features in the Colosseum. It's just an open space kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, there goes my clever idea. I hit him with an
sorry.
Eldritch Blast.
From the stands.
Okay.
Well,
Yep.
no. Okay. Wait. Let me think about this. I feel like stealth is off the table because the Minotaur's got a bloody great big iron crown of madness on. That's not a paladin move. I feel like someone's going to suss that there's assistance being rendered here. What do you
Hopefully
think?
not, otherwise
No
I'm
one's
going to
sussing
fail
yet.
immediately, presumably.
Okay, fine.
I
No,
think
but-
people will just assume that the crown is a sort of new merchandising
Opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some people already
Alright.
rustling them
You
up.
ring
King of the Ring.
You ring gear for the Minotaur.
Okay, all right, fine. Oh well. Now I'm not sure because I really want to Eldritch Blast their Minotaur, but I don't want to give the game away. So let's have a think. All my spells are so spooky that no one could mistake them for a paladin spell.
Prudence, mate. Maybe you should look in the orb and see what the orb suggests.
Yeah. Have a look in the
Wow.
orb.
All right, okay. All right, I've been hefting this magical cursed bowling ball, known
Yep.
only as the magic orb, I suspect. I've been calling it the magic orb, or orb baby,
The
or
orb.
Borby. I don't know.
Orby.
There are
Right.
some Scottish people in the audience
Yeah, I
having
bet
a
there
wild
are,
time
yeah.
right now.
Okay, not that. We'll come around to a name later. Anyway, I've been hefting this like cursed bowling ball around, and it's done me no good so far.
Uh-huh.
So I lob it at the Minotaur.
What? How is that stealthier than
Yeah.
Because it's just, a leery member of the crowd just throwing, I'm sure there are loads of people
Can't
here.
just
who
use
were
a
like,
lament inspiration at someone?
yeah, but I bet, Johnny, there are people throwing hot dogs and pretzels and
Yeah.
Yeah, but
kinds
the
of
hot
trash.
dog isn't going to implode and like fold the universe in half or something.
Yeah, but
The-
I want to see what happens.
To be
People
clear, I think it's a good plan and we should do it.
People are throwing stuff, it's true.
All
All right, Jay, make me a dex check.
all right,
Just don't whiff it.
don't whiff it. Please don't whiff it. All right, Dex, you say. Okay, that's a six. Oh, but I've got inspiration. I'm gonna roll it again. And I'm not
Not a
gonna-
one.
Not a 1. It's a 12 plus 1, so 13.
Okay. You basically heft the orb. It is very heavy, but it bounces once in the arena, twice in the arena, and then rolls, and then just touches the back of one of Brawlin' Stan's legs. And have you ever heard the ballad of Alien Resurrection?
Yes. Yeah. I know the one.
Do you
What's
recall
my
the
favourite ballad?
Do you recall the bit where? No, it's not the best ballad. Do you recall the bit where the titular alien is
Sucks through the
sucked
hole
out
into
through
the cold hard vacuum of the void.
tiny hole?
And
I sure
Yeah.
do.
and doesn't its skull
So-
sort of hover in place and do a little Wile E. Coyote thing before disappearing? Yeah.
It very much does. Basically, the orb, where it makes contact with Brawling Stan, just starts to go, and like Stan feels like and gets sucked into the orb, which, after this horrible thing is concluded, the orb just sort of glows. It glows a darker shade of black,
Oh,
and sort of smoke just kind of
Prudence,
comes
you've
up
been
from
carrying
it.
that thing around in your pocket.
Yes.
I immediately stand up and bellow as loud as I can. Wow! Egbert's got one heck of a grapple on him!
Egbert, you hit what? I shout.
Um,
Egbert, everyone!
Egbert!
two- Two things happen. A door is kicked wide open into the arena, and you see a man running forward with 2 red flags, and starts to pull back his arms, and then he is shouldered out of the way by sort of like a very burly middle-aged dude who's kind of balding on top, who has a towel over his shoulder, and he throws it down to the bottom of the arena and goes, "All right, you passed the trials. Just don't hurt the Minotaur no more. Let him out of your ball, Mr. Paladin. Come on." What do you do?
Egbert, let him out of the ball!
I have no idea what just happened. All I know is I'm edging away from the ball, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm sure I'll do that just as soon as I work out how.
You're telling me you don't know how to get the Minotaur out of the ball?
I'm sure he knows.
I raised him from when he was a calf.
Do it, Egbert! Say the magic words!
You can't do this to me! And he sits on the floor of the arena and starts blubbing.
I look around confused at what the crowd's up to. What are the crowd up to?
Well, the crowd is it's constant hubbub, but people are also really happy. Like, they had a really good show. This is they start chanting your name. And the official is rolling up his flags, and he walks up to you and says, "You know what your friend pulled there was enough to get you disqualified, but since this guy threw in the towel first, the contest was already concluded. Therefore, I have no choice but to tell you congratulations on passing your trial. I hope we never see you here again. In the future, remember your bloody fall."
Yes, okay, will do. See ya.
And he stalks out of the arena while sort of the coach of the Minotaur is still on the ground, being like, "Oh, my merchandising deal."
I'm like, I come up to him and I'm like, if it's merchandise you're interested, we could go for a very, very favourable 90% to me, 10% to you split on Egbert merchandise.
Egbert.
I think I'd make an adorable plush, and I've got a pet seal.
Speaking of, shouldn't we go grab
Yeah, I'm going to go
Seal?
get Seal later. The old lady's looking after him. As long as he's not been vaporised, it'll be fine.
Max puts a hand on your shoulder and goes, "Maybe not now. Let the man grieve. And anyway, if you're doing any merchandising deals, you want to talk to me."
That's fair, Max.
So,
You always believed in me.
yeah,
Mostly believed in me.
thanks. Yeah. Well, well done, I guess. Just remember your forms, like the man said. Okay.
Will do. Thank
All right.
you. And I toddle
no
off
worries.
to celebrate and collect Seal from his play date with the old lady.
The seal's tummy is so unbelievably tight from all of the treats.
Oh,
It looks like the old lady has been buttering up Seal Gaiman, who just sort of sees you and goes, "Whoa!"
Can I just I collect my cursed Pokeball.
Yep. It hums with energy. Frisky and the Darkness have been very wary of it up until this point, but they both start purring and simpering. And you basically have a clutch of extremely cursed, extremely happy items. And with that, I think we can safely call that the story of how you stung a nobleman with wasps and bees that smelt like urine. And got Egbert his groove back.
Egbert. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching this, the first ever live Oxventure. Yeah, it's live, it's real. How can we prove it?
We
can't.
literally can't.
That's proof. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, everyone.
Thank you to Johnny.
Thank you to Johnny from Dicebreaker, who ran the show.
Make sure you subscribe to Dicebreaker. And Johnny, you've got some more stuff coming up right now, right?
Yeah. In like just under 2 hours, I will be DMing another game. I'll be DMing a game of Quest. It is for charity. It is for Treehouse, so raising money for people affected by the coronavirus. Where is it going to be streamed? Let's find out. You know what? Have a look on Twitter, twitter.com/join Dicebreaker, and you'll see all the information there. It'll be the full Dicebreaker team in an adventure called Champignons of the Arena. So, as you can probably guess, it's going to be a gritty noir thriller.
Yeah, featuring mushrooms.
Featuring mushrooms.
Good luck, everybody. Good luck.
So, I'm going to watch. So, join me in watching that. It's going to be brilliant. But yeah, thanks again for watching. Buy a skeleton t-shirt. There's probably a link somewhere in the description. And yeah, we'll see you next time for some more Oxventure. Great Oxventuring, everyone. Good job.
Bye.
Bye.